Hi, I'm Andrew, member of the Teen Advisory Board with Howard County Library System. Today I'll be working on transformations of functions. Firstly, there are vertical transformations. When f of x is added by d, then the function f of x is moved up by d units. When it's subtracted by d, the function is moved down by d units. On the right hand side, you can see how the x and y coordinates are changed due to adding or subtracting d. When graphing, when increasing d, the function moves up, and when it's decreasing, the function moves down. And for when graphing, we will be using the parent function x squared. Since there are vertical transformations, there are also horizontal transformations. When f of x is subtracted by c inside the parentheses, the function moves right by c units. When it's added by c, the function moves left by c units. It's inside the parentheses that have horizontal transformations. On the right hand side, you can see how the x and y coordinates are changed. When graphing, as you increase c, the function moves left. When decreasing c, it moves right. Nextly, there are reflections. When there is a negative inside or outside the function, it is a reflection. When it's outside f of x, then it is a reflection over the x-axis. When it's inside the parentheses, then it is a reflection over the y-axis. On the right hand side, you can see how the x and y coordinates are changed. When I add a negative outside the function, then it is a reflection over the x-axis. When it's inside the parentheses, then you can see it is a reflection over the y-axis. Nextly, we have scaling. Scaling is a vertical stretch or shrink or horizontal stretch or shrink. A vertical stretch or shrink happens when there is a number outside f of x, in this case a. When the absolute value of a is greater than 1, then there is a vertical stretch. When the absolute value of a is in between 0 and 1, then there is a vertical shrink. When b, absolute value of b is greater than 1, then it is a horizontal shrink. And when it's in between 0 and 1, then it's a horizontal stretch. As you can see, as a is increased, it is a vertical stretch. This is because the x coordinates are increasing faster. That is why the parent function x squared is becoming thinner. When it's in between 0 and 1, it becomes wider, which is a shrink. A stretch, my bad. When b is increased, it is a horizontal shrink. That is why the function becomes thinner and then becomes wider, which is a horizontal stretch. Let's try an equation. How can we turn x squared into this equation shown? We will first reflect over the x-axis. This is because we see a negative outside the parentheses. We also see a 2 outside the parentheses, which is a vertical stretch by 2. Thirdly, we see you have to move the function right 2 units. This is because x minus 2 is inside the parentheses. Whenever it's inside the parentheses, then it is a horizontal transformation. When it's up, also, finally, there it is up by 4 units. This is because there is a plus 4 outside the parentheses. On the right hand side, you can see how the x and y coordinates are changed. If you add 1, x equals 1, y equals 1 to the original function, then it changed to 4 and 3 to the new equation. That is it for today. Thank you.